Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers, stepmothers, and grandmothers out there. Welcome to the Mother's Day weekend 2022 celebration here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. Welcome to the very first Mother's Day celebration. I'm your host, your mom's favorite YouTuber, Alex Cardinale. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. Your mom loves some legendary Alex Cardinale, and I am your mom's favorite YouTuber. All kidding aside, this is going to be an action packed Mother's Day weekend celebration show, and you're going to enjoy it. I have a lot of good stuff planned for you. This weekend, it's all about being a mother, and it's all about being a good mother. So, us sons and us daughters are going to provide our mothers with a awesome weekend. So, tonight on the very first Mother's Day celebration here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel, I have put together a fun video for you. I'm going to tell you some things that you can do with your mother this weekend. I'm going to give you some gift ideas, and I'm also going to give you some restaurant ideas for where you can take your mother out to eat this weekend. And I'm also going to tell you the brief history of Mother's Day. If you always wondered the true meaning of Mother's Day and when Mother's Day was created, you'll find that out here on the show today. And we have an appearance by Chef Alex Cardinale. Chef Alex is going to grace us with his appearance, and he's going to give us two delicious dinner recipes that you can prepare for your mother this weekend. Chef Alex is going to give us his Chicken Marsala recipe and a Shrimp Scampi recipe for all those mothers that love seafood. Chef Alex is also going to show us how to make a delicious s'mores cheesecake. If you love s'mores and cheesecake, this is going to be perfect for your mother. So let's go ahead and get this show started. What are you doing for your mother this weekend? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you're doing for your mom this weekend. Simply post it in the comments. Now, me, yours truly, your mom's favorite YouTuber, Alex Cardinale, I am actually going to be buying my mom a Italian rum cake, which is one of her favorite desserts, and I'm going to be taking her out to eat. I haven't decided what restaurant I'm going to take her to. I'm going to let her decide where she'd like to eat on Mother's Day. So it's my job to make sure she has a great Mother's Day because she's a great mom. And this is actually my first time that I'm going to be taking her out to eat, and I hope she has an amazing time. So let's get this show started with our very first topic, and I'm going to talk about things to do with your mom this weekend. Here are some fun activities that you could do with your mom. So, the first thing you could do with your mom is cook a family recipe. If your family is big into cooking, what better way to celebrate Mother's Day than whipping up a nice breakfast, lunch, or dinner for your mother? And it doesn't have to be on Mother's Day. It could be on Saturday or it could be on Monday. Just make a nice meal for your mother. You could also do a weekend getaway. Now, if you live in Florida, there are plenty of places for you to visit. You've got SeaWorld, you've got Universal Studios, you've got Disney. You've got the Palm Beach Zoo. There are a plethora of places you can visit in Florida, and there's a lot of places to visit in California. And I'm pretty sure every state in the United States of America has something that you can visit. So use Mother's Day weekend as like a family vacation. Have fun this weekend and have a weekend getaway. You could also watch a movie with your mom. Watch your mom's favorite movie, prepare your mom's favorite snacks and her favorite beverages, and have a great time with your mother enjoying a movie with her. Now, one thing that my mom likes to do is drink alcohol, and she likes mimosas during her Sunday brunch. So, Mother's Day weekend is the perfect time to drink mimosas. Mimosas are basically champagne and orange juice, and surprisingly, they are very good. I love a good mimosa. Very, very tasty. You could also bake something together. Now, if your mom loves to bake, and most women do love to bake, get in the kitchen and bake a cake, or bake cookies, or bake your mother's favorite dessert. I am sure she will greatly appreciate that, because baking sweets is something that is done out of love and respect for somebody. And that's going to show your mom that you respect her and that you love her. Have a backyard barbecue. Now that the weather is very nice, get outside and cook on the grill. Make some hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, ribs, steak, etc. Have a nice dinner outside with the backyard barbecue and enjoy yourself and enjoy the nice weather that spring has to offer. Now, again, the backyard barbecue does not have to be exactly on Sunday for Mother's Day. It could be the day before or even the day after. Now, you can also treat your mother out to dinner. Taking your mom out to dinner shows that you appreciate her and that you love her. And let's face it, who doesn't love an excuse to go out to eat? I love going out to eat, but taking your mother out on her special day is a great day. You could also plan a picnic. A picnic is very fun, and I think your mom would greatly appreciate that. Berry and fruit picking is great in the spring, and I think your mom would have a great time doing that. And lastly, breakfast in bed. Getting up early in the morning and cooking breakfast shows dedication, passion, and most importantly, love for your mother. You can make something as simple as pancakes or French toast, or something sophisticated like omelets or eggs Benedict or anything along those lines. Those are all great things to make for your mother on Mother's Day weekend, breakfast in bed. So those are all some ideas that you could do, uh, of ideas of some things that you can do for your mother this Mother's Day. All right. So right now we're going to talk about gift ideas for your mom. One of the biggest things that you could give your mom that is not materialistic is your love, your presence, and most of all, your appreciate your thankfulness of being alive, because your mom is the one that created you. But customary to Mother's Day, we all like to give stuff to our moms to show appreciation. And this year for Mother's Day, I am going to be giving my mom a card and some candy, and I'm going to be taking her out to eat and also giving her her favorite dessert. And for my grandmother, who unfortunately is in a nursing home, I got her her favorite candy and a card as well. So your gifts don't have to be expensive or extravagant. Something as small as a card and candy shows that you really love your mother. There are people out there that have the philosophy of, I don't think my mom's going to like me if I don't spend much money on her. That is not true. It's the thought that counts, ladies and gentlemen. So always remember that. So one of the things you could give your mother is a gift card. It could be a gift card to her favorite clothing store. It could be a gift card to Walmart, Target, or any of those other large retailers. It could be a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, McDonald's, Krispy Kremes, or any other of our favorite fast food places. It could be a gift card to restaurants like Texas Roadhouse, Outback, etc. A gift card is a great idea because it lets the person choose what they want. And in this case, your mom will happily choose what she wants for Mother's Day. Another good gift idea would be perfume. Women love perfume, and one year I did buy my mom some perfume and she loved it. Also, it's a known fact that women love their clothes and their shoes. So I know sometimes women may get offended if you ask them their size, but do it in a nice way and kind of hint to them that they're going to buy them clothes so that you get the correct size. You can also buy them purse and other accessories. Also, amusement park passes are a great idea for young mothers that have young kids, but they're not necessarily good for the older mothers who are grandmothers because they're probably not going to visit amusement parks. But you could also do passes to zoos and aquariums because everyone appreciates animals. Cookware is another great idea. We all have to cook in order to eat, right? So things like pots and pans, waffle makers, air fryers, etc. are great gifts. Electronics are a great gift as well. Maybe a new phone, maybe a iPad or something along those lines would be a great gift idea for your mother this weekend. Now, if you don't have a ton of money, these next two ideas are good for people that don't have a ton of money, but they want to give something to their mother for Mother's Day. Cards. Cards are a classic tradition of showing someone that you love them, and they usually have a really heartfelt message in them. Giving your mom a card shows her that you really care for her. And you could always bake something as a gift. You can bake a cake, a cheesecake, or cookies. We all love sweets, but when you take the time to actually make those sweets for somebody, you're showing your mother that you really love her, and it's gonna you're gonna tell by the taste of the food. She's gonna know that the baked good is good and that you took the time and effort to making that. And most of the time, when we're baking goods, a lot of love goes into our baked goods. So your mom's gonna know that she really means a lot to you. Your mom means a lot to you, is what I'm trying to say. Tongue twister there. But anyways, those are all of the gift ideas for your mom for this Mother's Day. So hopefully you'll all get your mom something nice. And also make sure to give her a nice hug and a nice kiss on Mother's Day to show that you really appreciate her. Chef Alex Cardinale here, and I'm honored to be on the Mother's Day 2022 celebration. Before I get into my first recipe, I would like to wish all the mothers out there, all the stepmothers, and all the grandmothers out there a happy, safe, and healthy Mother's Day weekend. May your Friday night, your Saturday, and your Sunday be awesome, and may you have a great Mother's Day weekend. Now, I, Chef Alex Cardinale, have 4 recipes that I'm going to give out on today's show that you can make for your own mother or grandmother. These are really simple recipes, yet they are really delicious. So let's go ahead and get started. The first recipe I'm giving you is for my chicken marsala. Now, chicken marsala is a dish that consists of marsala wine It consists of mushrooms and, of course, chicken broth, and you can serve it with mashed potatoes. You could serve it with rice, or the way I like to serve it is over spaghetti or linguine pasta, which is great. Now, chicken marsala is a Italian dish that comes from Marsala, Italy, because of the wine. It is a really simple dish to make. It is fancy. You'll find it in restaurants, and I think your mom will appreciate you taking the time to cook it. A lot of people are intimidated by chicken marsala, but you should not be intimidated in making chicken marsala. It is really easy to make. So, you could also use other types of protein instead of chicken. You could use veal cutlets, boneless veal cutlets, or boneless pork tenderloin will work as well. So for the recipe, you're going to need chicken breast boneless. You're going to pound them really thin, so use as many as you need for how many people you are serving. You're going to need 3 pounds of portobello mushrooms. You're going to need 1 large onion chopped. You're going to need 1 shallot chopped. You're going to need 2 cups of Marsala wine, and use a good quality Marsala wine that you would drink. Make sure you use a good quality Marsala wine that you drink. So 2 cups of that, a cup of chicken broth, a whole stick of butter, and a half cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to dredge your chicken in seasoned flour. So you're going to need some additional seasoned flour, seasoned with salt and pepper and your favorite seasoning. So you're going to dredge your chicken in the seasoned flour. Then you're going to take a skillet and put about a half teaspoon or a tablespoon of olive oil in it. And you're going to saute your chickens for about 3 or 4 minutes per side. Don't worry if it's fully cooked. It'll finish cooking in the sauce. You're going to remove the chicken from the skillet, and then you're going to add your mushrooms and your onions and your shallot and saute that for 6 minutes. Then you're going to take your stick of butter, put that in there with them, and add the flour to make a roux. Stir it together, add the Marsala wine and the chicken broth, and let that simmer for a few minutes. And then when it starts to thicken, add the chicken back to the pan and let that sit and cook for a few minutes. Then prepare your side dish. Now your side dish could be anything from pasta, rice, mashed potatoes, etc. Use your imagination. And that is my recipe for chicken marsala. Coming up next, I'm going to give you my recipe for shrimp scampi for all those seafood loving mothers out there. All right, that was Chef Alex live from his job, which is the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. You guys know that I work at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, and earlier today, Chef Alex was able to pre-record his recipes at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And coming up a little bit later on in the show, Chef Alex is going to give you a shrimp scampi recipe, and then he's going to show you how to make a delicious s'mores cheesecake that your mom is guaranteed to love. But the chicken marsala recipe that Chef Alex just gave out was delicious. And if you have a mom or a grandmom or a stepmom that loves chicken, I recommend using that recipe. All right, so right now we're going to learn about the brief history of Mother's Day. I'm one of those geeks, I guess you could say, that loves learning about the history of holidays. So here we go. Let's learn about the history of Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a holiday honoring motherhood that is observed in different forms throughout the world. In the United States, Mother's Day 2022 will occur on Sunday, May 8th. The American incarnation of Mother's Day was created by Anna Jarvis in 1908 and became an official U.S. holiday in 1914. Jarvis would later denounce the holiday's commercialization and spent the latter part of her life trying to remove it from the calendar. While dates and celebrations vary, Mother's Day traditionally involves presenting moms with flowers, cards, and other gifts. Now let's learn about the history of Mother's Day. Celebrations of mothers and motherhood can be traced back to the ancient Greeks and Romans who held festivals in honor of the mother goddesses Rhea and Cybele. But the clearest modern precedent for Mother's Day is the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday. Once a major tradition in the United Kingdom and parts of Europe, this celebration fell on the fourth Sunday in Lent and was originally seen as a time when the faithful would return to their mother church, the main church in the vicinity of their home, for a special service. Over time, the Mothering Sunday tradition shifted into a more secular holiday, and children would present their mothers with flowers and other tokens of appreciation. This custom eventually faded in popularity before merging with the American Mother's Day in the 1930s and 1940s. Did you know more phone calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year? These holiday chats with mom often cause phone traffic to spike by as much as 37%. The origins of Mother's Day, as celebrated in the United States, date back to the 19th century. In the years before the Civil War, Anne Reeves Jarvis of West Virginia helped start Mother's Day work clubs to teach local women how to properly care for their children. These clubs later became a unifying force in a region of the country still divided over the Civil War. In 1868, Jarvis organized Mother's Friendship Day, at which mothers gathered with former Union and Confederate soldiers to promote reconciliation. Another precursor to Mother's Day came from the abolitionist and suffragette Julia Ward Howe. In 1870, Howe wrote the Mother's Day Proclamation, a call to action that asked mothers to unite in promoting world peace. In 1873, Howe campaigned for a Mother's Peace Day to be celebrated every June 2nd. Other early Mother's Day pioneers include Juliet Colhan Blakely, a temperance activist who inspired a local Mother's Day in Albon, Michigan in the 1870s. The duo of Mary Towle Sasson and Frank Herring, meanwhile, both worked to organize a Mother's Day in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Some have even called Herring the father of Mother's Day. The official Mother's Day holiday arose in the 1900s as the result of the efforts of Anne Jarvis, daughter of Anne Reeves Jarvis. Following her mother's 1905 death, Anne Jarvis conceived of Mother's Day as a way of honoring the sacrifices mothers made for their children. And that is your brief history of Mother's Day. It's really heartwarming and touching to learn about the actual history of Mother's Day. Okay, Chef Alex back here. It's time for my next recipe, which is perfect for those ladies, those mothers and grandmothers that like seafood. I used to love this recipe until I developed a shellfish allergy. So if you're like me and you love shellfish and you love pasta, this recipe is for you. My my nanny used to love shrimp scampi, and nanny is Italian for grandmother. So when I used to stay over her house, I used to make her shrimp scampi all the time. It's a really good Italian dish consisting of shrimp, white wine, lemon juice, and a nice butter sauce. Really simple to make. So here are the ingredients. You're going to need some raw shrimp, jumbo. I like to use jumbo shrimp. You're going to need 1 cup of white wine. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1 stick of butter, some fresh garlic, and maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon of flour, depending how thick you want your sauce. To make this simple dish, you're just going to need a skillet, and you're going to put a half teaspoon, or excuse me, you're going to put a tablespoon of olive oil in that skillet, and you're going to saute your shrimp for about 3 minutes. Then you're going to add in your garlic, and then you're going to put in the stick of butter. You're going to put in the flour. Then you're going to put in the wine and the lemon juice, and you're going to let that simmer until it's nice and thick, and you're ready to serve. Serve that with pasta. You could use any pasta you like, whether it's spaghetti, fettuccine, or ziti. A really good shrimp scampi recipe. Yum, that sounds really good. Too bad I have a shellfish allergy, and too bad my mom doesn't like shrimp, because I would make that for my mom, definitely. It's really, really good. So, speaking of my mom, I would like to give her a message. So let's see what I want to say to my mom. Well, first and most importantly, I will start off by saying, I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for giving birth to me, the greatest person ever to walk the earth. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, thank you, Mom, for giving birth to me and making me the man that I am today. And I really appreciate that. Sure, I've had some hard times, but I've matured, and I am very thankful for the person that I am. You raised a hardworking man. I enjoy working at Palm Beach Zoo. You also raised a very smart and intelligent man. So I am forever thankful for that. And I hope you have a happy Mother's Day. And hopefully the rest of 2022 will go great for you. So that is the message that I would like to share with my very own mother. All right. Usually, a tradition for Mother's Day is their kids, their sons and daughters, take their mothers out to eat on Mother's Day. And a lot of mothers, grandmothers, and stepmothers love going out to eat on Mother's Day. So, right now, I am going to give you some restaurant recommendations where you can take your mother out to eat this Mother's Day. So let's get started. So if you're looking for a good quality steak dinner, if your mother likes steak, the first restaurant I would recommend would be Outback Steakhouse. Now, Outback Steakhouse has great side dishes. They've got a delicious macaroni and cheese and also a delicious rice. But they've got plenty of beef on the menu. Their prime rib is really delicious. I think Outback Steakhouse has the best prime rib for all the chain steak restaurants. As a matter of fact, the prime rib is the only beef so far that I've had at Outback Steakhouse. And I've only dined at Outback Steakhouse once, and that was when I was working at Texas Roadhouse. I was hungry, and I took an Uber there because I wanted to try Outback Steakhouse, and it really was delicious. So I definitely recommend Outback Steakhouse. The next steak restaurant I would recommend would be Longhorn Steakhouse. Oh, cool. Look at that logo above my head. Longhorn Steakhouse is another good beef restaurant. They specialize in great sized quality beef cuts. They are a little bit on the pricier side, and they do give you small portions, or at least my experience, but it really is worth it. It's more about the dining experience than the food at Longhorn Steakhouse. It's a little bit more casual and fine dining, but it is good. Their ribeye steaks are always cooked perfectly, medium rare, and I really value that. Now, if you're not looking to break the bank this Mother's Day, but you want a good steak, then I have to recommend a place that I'll no longer work for, and a place that I have where I harbor hard feelings, bad feelings for, and that is Texas Roadhouse. And the sad truth is that's where my mom might choose to go on Mother's Day is Texas Roadhouse because she likes the food there and she likes the margaritas. And I'd be lying if I didn't say the margaritas are good because the margaritas are friggin' awesome. But Texas Roadhouse, aside from my bad working experience, is a great restaurant. I mean, you get free, delicious honey cinnamon butter and fresh baked bread, unlimited on that. And you also get free peanuts, but they have great margaritas. They've got hand cut steaks, burgers, and ribs. So, what can go wrong at Texas Roadhouse? Except they don't take reservations, but it's probably going to be busy on Sunday, so I recommend going on Saturday. But if you want a more elegant steak experience, then you've got to check out Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I have yet to dine there, but I have had friends and family members that dine there, and they rave about it. They tell me it's the best steakhouse they've ever been to. So I've got to check it out, and maybe I can convince my mom to go to Ruth Chris's Steakhouse this weekend. So besides steak, Italian cuisine is another popular cuisine here in America, and most moms like Italian. Olive Garden, although not traditionally authentic Italian food because they've added their American touch, a lot of people like Olive Garden, and for good reason because Olive Garden's got those delicious breadsticks, unlimited soup, and unlimited salads with your entrees. Really good restaurant for the value of what you're paying because you get unlimited breadsticks and soup and salad. But my personal favorite chain Italian restaurant is Carrabba's Italian Grill. Carrabba's has the best chicken parmesan in my personal opinion. I really love the chicken parmesan at Carrabba's. They're the best chain Italian restaurant in my personal opinion. And they have some nice sides. They've got broccoli, they've got penne in a nice tomato sauce. So Carrabba's would be a nice restaurant that you could treat your mom to. And lastly, the Cheesecake Factory, one of my all time favorite restaurants. You got a nice dinner, and then you get a nice slice of cheesecake for dessert. And who doesn't love a good slice of cheesecake? They've got red velvet cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, raspberry cheesecake, all different types of cheesecakes your mom is going to love. So those are the restaurants that I recommend for taking your mother out to eat this weekend. All right, it's time for our main event for this year's show. Chef Alex is going to show you how to make a s'mores cheesecake. This video was filmed a couple years ago with my friend Paul, and we made a delicious s'mores cheesecake. If your mom likes chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallow, and she loves cheesecake and s'mores, this is a great recipe to make for her on Mother's Day. Let's check it out. First, you need a pie crust. You can make your own, but I like to buy pre-made. It's a lot easier. You need some chocolate chips, and we're going to use some marshmallow cream, and of course Philadelphia cream cheese for the cheesecake part. So it's a real simple recipe, and we're going to get started. So first we're going to open up our bag of chocolate chips. So we're going to do like a tablespoon of milk. That's good. Now we're going to microwave this for 30 seconds. Now we take it out. Give it a good stir. I'm using milk chocolate, by the way, because I prefer milk chocolate, but you could use dark chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate. So microwave it for 30 seconds and then just keep stirring it and it'll come together. So let that cool a little bit. Now we're going to make our cheesecake filling. So we use 4 packages of cream cheese for this, a cup of sugar, and I believe 4 eggs. And then after we mix it, we'll add the chocolate and some marshmallow. Perfect. Perfect. So now we're going to cream this for a little bit, just to make sure it's ready to mix.
So we're going to put sugar in there?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like half of a cup.
Half a cup?
Yep.
You know how to estimate half a cup?
Yeah. That's good. So we're going to scrape down the side and make sure everything gets incorporated.
So now we put 4 eggs in there.
Yes, sir. I'll do 2 at a time.
You think?
Last 2 eggs. Alright, now we're going to add our melted chocolate. Now we mix that in and we'll make a chocolate cheesecake. We're going to add a little bit of marshmallow topping to it.
It looks like you're making Rocky Road ice cream.
Yeah, it's similar. I'll add 1 jar. And we mix that in there.
You only putting 1 in there?
Yeah. Perfect. Now we fill our pie crust. So I just give it 1 good mix and then I pour it in.
And then you put it in the oven.
Yep, for 55 minutes. Outside in the room here for the brain. This is what they look like when they come out of the oven.
Looks so jello-y. Looks like you baked the pudding.
It takes a couple hours to set.
Yeah. And then now you just freeze it for how long?
Up to 4 hours. All right, so that is the delicious s'mores cheesecake that you can make your mom on Mother's Day. So if you were to serve this on Sunday, I recommend making it tomorrow night and letting it set up in the fridge for 4 hours or more. Pretty simple recipe. All you really need is the cream cheese, chocolate chips, some milk, marshmallow, and the graham cracker pie crust. And in the description and in the comments, I will leave the recipe for you. So this has been an amazing Mother's Day celebration, the very first one. I think it went great. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. So before I wrap up today's video, I would like to wish all the moms, stepmoms, and grandmothers out there a happy Mother's Day on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day weekend. I hope you get to enjoy your weekend and have fun with your family. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day from your mom's favorite YouTuber, Alex Cardinale. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching the Mother's Day 2022 weekend celebration. I hope you enjoyed it. The next holiday celebration will be the Memorial Day Bash. And guess who's hosting that? Sergeant Alex Cardinale. And that will air Monday, May 30th, 2022, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You guys better tune in for that, or Sergeant Alex Cardinale might just call you a bunch of maggots if you don't tune in. So check out the Memorial Day Bash, Monday, May 30th, 2022, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. All right, guys, happy Mother's Day weekend to all the moms, stepmoms, and grandmoms out there. This has been the Mother's Day celebration with your mom's favorite YouTuber, Alex Cardinale. And pretty soon, I'll be your father's favorite YouTuber as well. Happy Mother's Day and have a great weekend. Good night, everybody. Ted Hood! Sergeant Alex Cardinale here, inviting you to be a part of the inaugural Memorial Day 2022 Bash, hosted by me, Sergeant Alex Cardinale. The inaugural Memorial Day Bash airs live Monday, May 30th, 2022 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. The 2022 Memorial Day Bash is being hosted by me, Sergeant Alex Cardinale. And on the Memorial Day 2022 Bash, I will discuss the history of Memorial Day, and I will discuss why we celebrate Memorial Day. We're going to pay our respects to all the brave men and women out there fighting for us and this great country. USA! USA! Also on the inaugural Memorial Day Bash, I am going to address the veterans. Yes, that's right, Sergeant Alex Cardinale is going to address the veterans. We're also going to have a very special guest. That's right, we're going to have a very special guest. Former Army member James Anthony will be our very first guest for the first time ever on a holiday bash. That's going to be incredible. So we're going to speak to a former Army member as we pay our respects to the United States of America, men and women who serve in our Army and in our military. There's also going to be an appearance by Chef Alex Cardinale, and Chef Alex is going to give you the best recipes to make for the veterans in your life. There'll also be an appearance by Aqua Alex, and Aqua Alex will talk about how fish tanks can help veterans. And if Chef Alex and Aqua Alex don't do the right thing, I'm going to have to put them in the camel clutch and the cobra clutch. Maggots. So the inaugural Memorial Day 2022 bash goes down live Monday, May 30th, 2022, live 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Come join me as we pay our respects to the United States military, men and women, all those who serve, past or present. Don't be a maggot. Be there and be square, and let's pay respect to all the great military men and women. And that's an order. You're all dismissed.